There we go. See, that was easy. Quick recovery.
Okay, that's when it's useful to have the volume button.
All right, all kinds of technical difficulties tonight. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel. This is Saturday night with friends. Mostly we're just going to get together. We got a lot of things coming up, a lot of events coming up in September, October, and November, all around the area. So we're just going to talk about the things we have coming up, and you guys want to chime in and see what you got going on. But here first a word from my sponsor.
Oh, hang on. Let me turn off my laptop there.
So Indy Ridge, if you go to Indy Ridge and enter code Rainy Got Wet Again, you'll get 10% off of your purchase in the store. It's an unlimited purchase. Use it as many times as you want to. If you decide you want one thing now and one thing later, the code's good forever because Steve's a great guy. So if you haven't been, head over to Indy Ridge and check it out. So tonight we have with us G-Ma Rides and Dwight Smokums, and we all know him. They cook at the campground. This time you're going to take a little break. We totally understand. One, because you work your butt off every time, and two, you have other things that are going to occupy your time. But guess what? We all get to step up and do our part this time. So
listen, cooking for 250 bucks, ask.
It's a task, absolutely.
It's about 2 days, if not more, work plus the work that everybody helps me with, and then on top of that, you got the whole weekend, and then you got to watch out for Karens that come up and say smoked chicken is pink at the joint. Yep.
You can never make everybody happy at the same time.
That's okay. I told him to tell his wife to come talk to him, but she wouldn't. So.
Oh, so he just got to be the hatchet man. He walked out and said, "My wife says chicken."
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, well. So sometimes you just, as a husband or a boyfriend, sometimes you got to be that guy. It's hard. Who do you got there?
Aw.
They named her Batman. Not
I approve. I approve.
Cute.
And it's Trouble. That's how we spell it.
I get it. Tonight in the chat, we have My Pillion, as always. Journey of Jerry, the lucky one. Sorority Kitty's in there. Band-Aid Biker. Sky's in there. So welcome, everybody. So tonight we're going to talk about... Oh, well, let's see what G-Ma's been up to. She just came back from a ride. Let's not talk about me. Let's talk about you. Let's make it about you for a second.
Okay, cool. Well, I've had a couple of weeks worth of intensive care with my dog being down with a bad back. So had to get out of the house today because he's a little bit on the mend. So I went out and did a scout ride with a couple of friends for, we call it a turkey run because it's right around turkey time. And the food bank that I volunteer at to raise money does a poker run once a year. We do a lot of fundraising because, it's a nonprofit, but we're doing a poker run that's going to be an all-day thing. And we're going to have raffles and drawings and lots of, hopefully lots of people show up. It's at the end of October. Well, mid-October, so I'll be able to be here this year. Last year I was traveling, but yeah, we had a great day. Great
Where
ride.
were you traveling to?
I was traveling to Forgotten Angels.
To get some of that good smoked chicken.
Yep, and
nobody's better complain about that chicken, yeah.
I have a recipe for that now, though.
Who?
And let me just tell you that I have not been able to eat anything barbecued since then because it just doesn't compare, really.
It does not, yeah.
It does not.
I was thinking the other day, somebody was, again, I was in another chat, somebody was complaining about the food at Forgotten Angels. Literally, you're eating for free when you're there. You really are. We went to, so the events I've gone to, some of those places, just to get into some of those places is $40 a day just to get in. That's not to eat there, not to sleep there, not to get free drinks. Definitely don't pay for your alcohol. So $100 for 3 nights and free lodging, free food, free games, free entertainment. You don't have to pay to get into any of the games we play. Dude, that's a bargain. That's an absolute bargain.
Not only that, think about it. If you buy $100 worth of tickets for a motorcycle, you get in. So you're not even paying for the event.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
exactly.
Yeah.
And so, like, that event is expensive. This year, I wasn't able to do it. We were trying to figure out a way for a business partner of mine to do it, and to help out the foundation. But he's out of his job right now, so we're doing our best. And the price came down to what it came down to. But like, it was going to be all said and done. Like, our food costs has gone up, so it was like 500, then 650, then 700. It was at 1,000, and I think this time just food costs alone is $1,500
For Forgotten Angels?
what they have to buy, what I would have had to buy to do the event. And I've always done it like I've never made money on the event. $0 I've ever made, and I don't have T-shirts to sell, got nothing, and it would just be food costs. So it was a little over $1,000 last time, and with inflation, it'll probably be about $1,500 just in food costs this time. Yeah, it's a lot. But I bought this year.
That's
nice.
I was going to ask you about that. I was going to ask you if you're just pimping that or trying to tease us and go, yeah, I got this, but it's not for you guys.
Yeah. Well, everybody remembers, if you were standing around over there before fire extinguisher, learned very quickly you don't use that. So
tell us what happened.
Well,
none of us remember
extinguishers, but that thing melted all the electronics. So now I replaced all the electronics in it, put the correct drip tray in it. It's ready to go. Right now I'm doing some I smoked some meat earlier for some cottage pie or shepherd's pie that I'm doing. So I'm crazy.
You have my interest. Hey, what's a barbecue without a fire? I mean, really.
Don't ever turn your smokers up to 300 degrees when you have been running massive amounts of fat through them. They will ignite.
Good to know.
How do you know? Good to know. So you're doing other events though, right? Or you just kind of no?
This is
you just do this for fun because you're posting food all the time.
Well, I'm just always cooking. We we don't get haven't turned a lot of jobs from the camp out, but from church I've turned a couple jobs. We had 150 people event, and then we did where they wanted brisket, somebody that went to church with me, and then they had dance studio, and then we also did a wedding earlier this year in March. It went really well for 50 people over in Orlando. That was the one right before the camp out earlier year. They come so fast. It's like shoot. It's dangerous. So cool. It's fun. But I just love to cook. Like I don't know if you guys watch. What's that guy's name? He's a bigger fat guy. I know there's a lot of fat chefs like me. But Matty Matheson, and then I got on a kick of Jean-Pierre White, and then Jean-Pierre or Marco. I don't. Now I'm in like a French fling with my cooking.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Band-Aid Biker stepped in. Of course, Blake stepped in. Band-Aid's going to be doing pork shoulder, he says, this time. They do so much for the campground. That is actually freaking awesome. And I love it. It's great. I love being in this community. This is the best community I've ever been in. Everybody does so much for each other, for the campground, for the camp out, for each other.
So I can't see the chat, but how much room does he have on his smoker? Because you need to carry the crew. It's 24.
He said. Let me back up a little bit and read through here. He says.
I didn't see where he said.
They had talked about it in one of. I think they talked about it in one of.
It was mentioned.
Josh's premieres too. Let's see. They call me Graceful's in here, of course. So either you or her, how many shoulders
Oh,
you going to be doing for this camp out?
I see. Is 50 pounds enough for a single meal?
No, you need about 100. Off.
Dog agrees.
See, the dog does.
Yeah.
Dog says 5 for her. So yeah.
What is it? Huh? Is it a lizard? All right, that's enough. Hey, calm down.
Journey of Jerry. Yes, he does.
She's got a mighty spirit. She's a tiny dog.
Aw.
Buck just stepped in. I think he's going to try to step in here after he finishes eating.
Nice.
So okay, so obviously we have Forgotten Angels coming up the weekend or right before Halloween. But what other events you got going on, Jim? I know you're big in the community up in the PNW.
What events have I got going on? Well, I skipped a memorial ride today because it made me sad. Um, there was just a bikers for babies thing. Um, not much of anything else. I've I've kind of been focusing all my energies towards the East Coast. I know that Shay and Josh said they're coming up this way in September, so I'm hoping to catch up with them.
Yeah, I think I'm up there a lot now. You were out there last. Was it the last one or the one before last? You were up there for when they were there. It was the one before
Yeah.
last.
Yep. I
So
was there at the last one, yeah. The one before that, they showed up when I was at Amanda's Rocky Mountain
on the
Roll.
Rocky Mountain
Yeah.
Roll, yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome in, Motobomb.
Yep.
Yeah, too
Yeah.
cool. Too cool. So I've got not this weekend, but next weekend is the Picture Harley Davidson Bikes, Beards, and Barbecue. Something.
Yeah.
Anyway, Picture Harley Davidson and Eureka Springs, they're posting their thing, and I'm going to try to make it to that. There's a few other people that are going to go to that, and I think it'll just be really cool just to show up and camp out and hang out and not have anything to do and not have to clean toilets and not have to do stuff. So I'm going to go to that one just to hang out and be me and pay my admission fee and get in and do things. So it'll be a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
I can't wait. I know what I'm going to do when I show up over there for a day.
Drink. Drink
Yeah.
and play games.
Back over to the house.
Yep.
It's my drive right now, so live.
So, Jima, how are you enjoying your new motorcycle? Have you parked it up and said nope and got back on the Dyna?
Well, no. I've been riding the Road King exclusively because I still need to finish fixing the ABS on the Dyna, but the parts just came in, so we're good now on that. And mostly I'm just trying to go from one to the other, so I keep my skill set up on each one. But it's amazing how differently the Road King corners, even with the upgrades I did on the Dyna. The Road King is um, even bone stock. It's pretty quick, and it's not as quick as the Dyna, but it corners really nice. I like it a lot,
Yep.
and it's got huge saddlebags.
When I was going to put that bigger fuel tank on the Sportster, people said, "Oh, you're going to hate it. It's going to be top heavy now. It's not going to ride right." It actually rides better with that big fuel tank. It's actually the fuel tank actually is lower and it sits further around the backbone. So it
Yeah.
actually brings the weight down, even though it's almost 2.5 gallons more. It actually makes the bike
Yep.
handle better. So,
Oh yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, but do you have T-bars on your Dyna?
No, I've just got stock bars on the Dyna still.
Yeah.
It's perfect. I love it. I mean,
I'm a
I did the upgrades. Yeah, I'm short, so at 5'6", the Dyna bars were perfect for me. I just cocked them back a little bit because my arms are short, so it's perfect. I mean, I'm flat-footed. I've got a low-reach seat on it. Man, riding that thing is just like a comfortable chair,
Good T-bar
And
though.
really,
When your hands right here at your shoulder and they're not down here,
uh-huh.
it's a little bit down under.
Huh. Yeah. Maybe I'll talk to the guys about that and see if they've got something.
Oh, it's
I always
Wanna get
made
up
fun
on
of ape hangers and pullbacks and the risers until I
Yeah.
got a bike with the mini apes, and I was like, this is really comfortable.
Yeah.
I guess it's the old adage. You make fun of the things you don't understand, and then once you try them, it's like, this is okay. I like this.
Well,
Red
one
Ryder,
of the
jump in
reasons
the
I
chat.
didn't want to. Oh yeah, definitely.
Red,
one of the
jump
reasons
in.
I didn't want to do the Road King though was because I've got a torn shoulder, so I thought the Road King would be too much, but it's great. Where did Dwight go?
He went to get a drink.
Oh, there you are. Okay. Okay.
You want to get a snack? He's
not
showing us.
I can't see the chat, so I don't know what's going
on. Okay.
So Red Ryder jumped in, Motobomb, Buck Brown.
Band-Aid Biker, Tall Bars for Life. Yeah, they're just chit-chatting amongst themselves over there.
Motobomb says, I ride a Dyna too, just right.
Yep. I mean, I love that Dyna. I've put like right around 80,000 miles on it now, which isn't a lot, but for me, that's pretty good.
I've got almost 60 on my 2000 Dyna.
Nice.
But mine's everything. I don't have any of those fancy, ABS, none of that nonsense.
Mine's got just enough on it to make 350 a day really super comfortable, a little bit more sometimes. But 500 a day on the Road King was just, it left me thinking, I just want to go and see how many more I can do in a day.
I've gotten surprised making these trips and making all the trips. We talked about this before in one of the lives, but I would have never thought here, if you had told me 10 years ago I'd be making, 600, 700, 800 mile trips on a bike in a day, I said, you're crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. And now here I am, and it's like it literally is like a monthly thing now to take off and do an 800-mile ride, just go. Or like I did with Bleak, I called Bleak on, I think like a Wednesday or a Thursday, and it's like, hey, what are you doing this weekend? He's like, oh, I'm just going to be riding the bike. And I was like,
I think I'm good now.
I said, okay, I'm thinking about riding up your way. So I guess I'll be riding bikes with you. So I took off from Memphis and rode all the way up to Des Moines. And just because I could. And it's freaking amazing. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the chat, Buck Brown, Mr. Mustache. I got to get used to it. Looks good on you, though. And with hair, you're growing your hair up. I'll get used to it.
Well, there's a little bit of remnants. I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I tried double checking my mic. There's a little bit of remnants of the mohawk left that Miss Cindy gave me back in June from the truckers charity we all pulled together. So hi everybody, long time no see.
Welcome.
Hey.
So what do you got going on in the next month or two? Obviously, we all know what you're doing in October,
but well, there's not really been a whole lot put out about this, but everybody knows that Adventures of Keepop, his son's just graduated from the Marine Corps. Catastrophic, made it through. So him and Mala and them, that they're not, because of everything with the timing of all that, they're not going to be able to make it down. So I have, since he only lives 2 hours up the road from me, between now and October, I've got to run up to his house and grab some stuff that he wants me to send down to the camp out. So I'm going to kind of be the mule for all that. And if somebody flies in, I'm supposed to pick her up from the airport or send somebody with my pickup truck to pick her up.
I
don't know who that would be.
Yeah.
I don't know who that would be.
We'll all go get her.
David also said, yeah. I'll maybe standing on the corner with my thumb out.
I just whatever it is.
So, hello everyone in the chat. By the way, I'm trying to get all up to speed on all how this works.
Let's see.
Get on. We talk about bikes. We talk about places we go. Campouts, cookouts, and ride-outs.
I've got a restaurant for you down here, and it's a ride.
So we already
really
in Safety Harbor, and it's called Tides. And other than Dine and Vine, it's food that you will not be upset about paying for, and it's
nice. We went to the OCC Roadhouse at first when I was down there. That was pretty good food.
So, my wife one time ordered pulled pork. I looked at her like, "What are you?" She's like, "I get it." I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Told you. No.
And speaking of restaurants, 4th of July, when I stopped by to spend the weekend with that one up in that corner and his better half, we discussed a restaurant my wife, before she passed away, she would always go eat at it in Tampa, and it's a real traditional Korean restaurant.
Where?
It's called One Family. It's right there on Hillsborough Avenue.
Yeah.
It's right in there where the Korean little store is, and the church, and the Taekwondo studio, and everything is. It's about 4 miles west of the casino.
Okay. Another good place is called Tasty Venues. It's an Italian from Italy, and when you go in there, on the menu it says, "If it doesn't have cheese, don't ask for it."
Well, I'm out.
And what was the name of that one again?
Tasty Venues. You wouldn't know it from
Tasty Venues.
Go in, you're like, "Wow, this is amazing."
So you're saying they put cheese on everything?
No, they said if, like, she does some kind of fish dishes, right?
Yeah.
And if you ask for cheese, she'll tell you.
Hi, Angel.
Hey.
No,
Hi.
So
No.
okay,
my favorite restaurant, you walk in, the guy or gal behind the counter is very suit Nazi about their food. Like, what? No, get out of here. See it.
I'm gonna.
Not change.
I would want to go in there and ask for cheese just because.
Oh,
That is too bad. Okay. No, I did
Well-
like Steinevine, and so they
You
call me
took me to
Graceful was saying that
Steinevine,
Steinevine was
didn't you?
good but pricey. I agree. Speaking Red Rider, we went to Steinevine, and
Yeah.
it was very good.
It's
I
so
didn't. I don't
good.
think it was that expensive. What we got? We got tacos. I think we got chicken tacos.
it can be, but
The
it's
lady next to us got like steak medallions with mashed potatoes, and it looked like I'm like, I'm getting that next time. I know it would be more
Yeah.
expensive, but oh my god, it looks so good. I'm like,
They-
I don't think the tacos were that expensive
no, I
in
don't think they
comparison to
were.
what I would pay for like 2 way tinier tacos here.
Well, then again, you're talking about Canada prices, and I'm talking about Memphis prices. So maybe for down there that was more pricey, but it didn't seem like it was. But it was very good though, very good.
Yeah.
But Red Rider, welcome. You've been to a lot of campouts and meetups in the last few months.
I've been to a few, yeah. I missed a couple, but that was because I had family in town and stuff. And there's one bikers retreat campground thing a few hours away from here that I was thinking about maybe trying to get to before it gets too cold.
What's the temp?
Maybe spend the night there.
What's the temp?
It's not too cold here yet. It's still like today. I have to like convert it unless any of you buy it off the top of your head. The conversion.
Yeah,
It's like
give me Celsius
like-
because all the thermometers over in Kuwait and Afghanistan were Celsius. So I got
yeah, it's like 31 degrees Celsius like yesterday and today. So it's like not
So,
like
not
90.
super hot. Yeah, it's not super hot, but like hot. Pardon?
That like 70 and
78ish, 79. Yeah.
It's cooled down a whole bunch. Yeah.
It's
So it's
muggy
supposed to
and
cool
smoky
down.
here. Yeah.
It's supposed to be down like 10 degrees by this time next week, like 19 degrees Celsius or whatever.
Thank you.
Yeah. Which is like, I don't know, it makes me kind of sad because I wanted to do more out of town trips and I hate having to get bundled up to ride. It's like I don't mind putting on like a hoodie and like a jacket, but I hate having to put on like all the gear just to stay warm or whatever while I'm riding. It's so hard to move when you have all that stuff on. Like, and then if you have to go to the bathroom, it's like frick. It takes like half an hour just to go to the bathroom because you have so many layers to undo.
It's so funny to hear talk about weather conditions. Oh, it's this, it's that. Oh Lord, when does our riding season end in the South? When we don't want to ride.
Probably enough of that.
I just got a pop up. Skittles McDiddle said we're having a Power Wheels race at Forgotten Angels.
I talked
Yep.
to her.
What? I just
Yeah.
saw an Instagram video of like a Power Wheels derby or whatever, but it was all like little kids like smashing into each other and stuff
This will be
like
little
that.
kids too.
Oh, will
big
it?
people body. It'll be little kids and big
Yeah.
people bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have a question.
Souped
In,
up Power Wheels.
in the Powers Wheel race, would it be a run once you brung?
I don't know. I asked her if I bring my own or
So
because you can get those pretty cheap.
Everyone riding down there on their bikes, towing Power Wheels behind them.
Oh, I will
So
go
funny.
to Goodwill and get one and paint it up and put my own designs on it. That would be
Put a
awesome. That
little
would
trailer
actually be
behind
really
your
awesome.
BMW. Put a little trailer behind your BMW.
Why not? No, I'm actually gonna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. We're actually gonna drive down this time. I'm gonna rent a bike for the weekend.
Oh,
So,
really?
Because my wife's coming and a friend is gonna be coming. So to kind of
So you guys are
say,
gonna all come together.
yeah. So we'll cut out the bike and I'll just rent one on the way to town and grab one.
well,
Right.
noted
Or
on the
something.
front says 18 volts, and so this was discussed because like that stupid. So
You keep cutting out a lot. I don't know if that's just for me or not.
No,
Yes.
it's me too.
We're losing a little bit
Yeah,
of
your
volume.
audio's cutting out real bad, so it's like I'm only getting like one syllable out of every word. It's like,
Okay,
no,
try
it's
again.
not
So
better.
18 volts.
I just read your lips that time.
I thought it was just me.
No, we can hear it. I can hear it. I kind of hear it. Okay. Okay, Dwight. So 18 volts. Go ahead.
no, if you can't hear me, it's okay. I'll just sit back and drink.
No, I
But
can hear it. I can hear it. It's just like breaks
Now
up.
you're okay.
so it says 18 volts, and that's important because talked about running 20 volts, and they're like, that's too fast. Like so they're trying to like govern the speed, no one dies.
My daughter's Jeep was a 36 volt. I don't think it. I mean,
I feel like Power Wheels just can't go that fast anyway.
no, they. You have not seen these
YouTube
Power
the
Wheel
videos.
races. They.
YouTube it.
Oh, yes.
They do YouTube it. They do some monster ass stuff.
Really? Well, they're electric, like with keeping them electric, and they're
Yeah.
crazy still. Yeah,
Yeah.
Hopping
I
up
guess so. Yeah.
Hopping up
my.
the voltage.
But then we talked about like we should have like some way of like throwing water balloons at people while they're going. But I said
Yeah.
Oh, that would be fun.
so you can like lean back and like
Oh, that's a
Launch-
man
Yep.
killer.
So that during the race, you just have like yeah.
You definitely need help.
During the race,
Yeah.
you just have a row of people at the front behind the finish line just shooting water balloons
Yeah.
right at people, like straight
Oh,
on.
just make them
And
throw
they have to
them.
dodge water balloons too.
so like they're going mock Jesus when they hit you.
Yeah. Everyone gets a hockey helmet, a goalie helmet.
Or a helmet.
We're like a helmet. Yeah, we all should
But
have
with
like a
the
helmet
right
too.
on the face or whatever. Because a water balloon in the face that fast might. Well, I guess just man up, take a water balloon to the face.
No motorcycle. They'll make people wear helmets.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Cindy's sake, definitely what they don't need is a liability at a campground for a charity. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
And you get to play.
Take all the fun out of it, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
That's
The insurance for bike games, I don't know what it's like down there, but in Canada now, there's only like one place now that'll even insure you for stuff like that. Insurance for like
It's Canada.
camp outs and stuff like that.
Canada. Yeah.
Shay Lacey's saying in
Yeah, I
the chat,
guess you guys
fill the
aren't
balloons.
about that stuff.
Fill the
Balloons
balloons
filled with Faygo. I'm for it.
I was gonna say whipped cream
Welcome, Lacey. How's it going?
or shaving
Glad to
cream
see Shay up.
and sardines.
No, because then the gators will come out and eat you. You start smelling like rotten fish.
You could put something on the ground too, though, just to make it super slippery, so that people like have trouble getting traction.
I feel like you should have like bananas. You're chucking behind.
Banana peels, yeah, just make it Mario Kart.
Bananas and
Mario
turtles.
Kart.
I'm with it.
Well, there'll be plenty of pickles. We can fill the balloons with pickle juice.
Oh my gosh!
No,
so
don't waste your pickle
everyone's
juice.
blind too.
Such a bad idea.
Hydra.
I mean, Use what you got on hand, on site.
Shay, you're not disrupting. You're adding to the value. We should get
Just
Shay on
start
here. Shay, you should come
throwing
out on the
pickles at
chat.
people.
Shay, get on the board.
I always forget that you do this on a different, because I do my live streams all just straight off YouTube. Like, I don't know what the best way is to do it or whatever, but then every time I'm in here, I'm like, why can't I see the live chat? And I'm like, oh yeah, and I've got a separate thing open, a separate tab open, and then I just like totally F myself around trying to like look at the live chat and see you guys all at the same time. There's such a delay too between this and like the YouTube.
I got my phone sitting right here. I can read
it depends. You can set it up for a longer
Yeah.
delay just in case.
Yeah, I'm just
things
gonna look
happen,
on my phone this time.
Yeah, I've got my laptop next to my phone, so I'm kind of monitoring the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Or high tech rednecking it. That's how
High
I
tech
shit,
redneck.
it.
I think we need t-shirts. I definitely need a t-shirt that says that.
High tech redneck. Oh, those were all over
Yeah.
the place.
We're
What
always
was it,
coming
about
up.
20 years ago when George Jones had it out. Those were everywhere.
Yeah. We're always doing
Wait,
some high tech redneck.
is that a thing?
Oh yeah,
down
George
here.
Jones did a song back in the 90s called High Tech Redneck.
Oh,
You never heard it? Mayberry meets Star Trek?
No, but let me write that down.
Now I want pickles. My sister canned some pickles. I have some like canned pickles from my sister in the fridge. So good. They're just like a tiny bit sweet.
So they're
Everyone
brand-
talking about pickle juice. But those pickles at Forgotten Angels, will definitely go down in history in my memory. I don't think I've ever had a pickle that big. After I took it, I was just like, frick, I don't want to eat this much pickle, but I ate it anyways.
Shay, I sent you a link to get into the chat if you want to get on with us and be visible on our board here. No pressure.
Join the panel of weirdos and
Yeah, join the weirdos. All right, so Red, what
now
do you
I
got?
can't find your thing on here.
Other than the Forgotten Angels Camp out coming up in October, what do you have planned for your next meetup?
My next meetup, well, I don't know if it'd be considered a meetup, but the dealership, the Harley dealership here is doing like a little meetup with you, Jima. Yeah, when? Before.
Oh, I have a pair of boots for you.
I know, that's what I keep hearing. I keep hearing that someone has boots for me.
I do.
You know what I'm so sad about, guys? Okay, so my Forgotten Angels shirt from Steve, the ones he donated to Forgotten Angels, and then Parker cut the collar off it for me, and she did such a good job cutting the collar. It was like seriously the best collar cut I've ever had on a t-shirt, and I don't know where that t-shirt is. It's like I've been looking for it for months. I think I might have left it at my Airbnb or something. And I'm so sad because I was positive I wore it home. But now I'm like, I don't remember what t-shirt I wore home now. I just wore the one that stunk the least because I haven't washed any.
Message Cindy, I'm sure they have extra ones there.
I make it a point
to
to
wear. I'm so sad
wear.
about it, man.
I wear mine at least once a week.
I know
they're
very
amazing,
comfortable.
aren't
They're
they?
so soft.
Yeah.
Like Rainy Rider shirt. That's my only other Indie Ridge shirt. I'm just like, freak, man. I wish all my shirts were this soft. Like,
I'll bring you another one. I have some left. I'm
Can
trying
you
to
bring me
make
black
more.
this time?
Do what?
If you have black? Can you bring me black this time if you have black?
The black ones were the first ones to go. I'll
They
get you
always
another
are.
black
Okay,
one.
white.
I'll get you a black one.
White's okay. Sick
Yes,
Bastard
Shay,
sent
we
me
would
a
love
shirt.
you if you were a worm. She's not a worm? Yes. Yes, we still love you. Speaking of boots, if you want some nice boots, go to Indie Ridge. Use code RainyGotWet to get 10% off.
Rainy got wet again.
Okay, I got it. That's too much fun.
I have like the
I don't have any other meetups. I like totally like had an ADD moment there talking about meetups and then my shirt.
So the last one you went to was what, the Beaver?
The Beaver Rally was my last one.
Rally.
That's a really like that one's so nice. It's just small and like everyone just feels it's like the way that this last Forgotten Angel, like I don't really know because it was my first time, but I felt really super welcome there, right? Like, and I just felt like, man, everyone here is just so familiar with each other. Like they're all just like family. That's what the Beaver rally's like. Like every time you go, everyone's just like friends. I pulled up. I had been riding in the rain for a bit when I got there, and I pulled up, so it was all wet. And as soon as I pulled up, like these ladies like came out of where they were camping or whatever with their like little gazebo thingy and their propane fire. They're like, come over here, like dry off. And they had me like, they like totally took care of me. Like, here's some new socks and some pants. Like, just hang yourself up to dry. Like,
Oh,
but
ladies
it's
are the
just like
best.
this thing, like super friendly and like family like. So that's what the Beaver rally's like. Boogie Bash I missed this year. Boogie Bash is not like that as much. I didn't feel, but last year was also my first time going, so I didn't know anybody there. Um, but yeah, the next thing, like kind of show thing or whatever, is going to be a show and shine at the Harley dealership here. So it's going to be the first one they've done in a few years since before COVID. And I'm going to put my bike in the show, and I'm going to see if I win anything. I'll put my shovel head on the road, back on the road. I took it off the road a little bit ago because it needs some work to it. And
What's wrong with the shovel head?
insurance here is
Wait,
expensive.
you have me concerned. What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong with it. Like, okay, I've been riding my shovel head since it was finished, a finished project. It like finished in the sense that it can go on the road now and have like all the bugs worked out, right? So I've been riding it, like giving it its shakedown ride for like the last 6 years. And every season I'm like, yeah. So like every season I'm like, oh, I can go another season. Oh, those leaks aren't that bad. Oh, that's not that much. Oh, it already burnt the paint off the fender. So, so yeah, I kind of just have to like the leaks have leaks now. It's like so freaking leaky, man. Like everything is leaking, and there's just things that need to be done on it that I just can't neglect anymore. And then the biggest thing is my drivetrain alignment, which isn't even that's not a big job to do or anything like that. But I was like adjusting my belt tension for my drive belt, and you got to pull the tranny back a little bit to do that. And I freaking like forgot to undo one of the bolts on the plate where the primary like attack and where the transmission and the engine like are attached or whatever, where what would be your inner primary normally. And I forgot to undo one of the bolts. So I'm like trying to pull my tranny back with the adjusting screws on the tranny plate. I'm like, why is this so hard to move? And then I realized I forgot to undo one of the bolts and I undid it, and everything just like torqued back. Like I was like, oh my gosh. And so it's definitely, my transmission is definitely not in there straight. So now my belt is like riding partially off the pulleys and like too close to the motor. So I don't want to wreck my belt. Like those belts aren't cheap to replace, and I don't want to ride it around like that. And if I'm gonna, and like it just needs other stuff done. Like I need to replace some studs in the transmission case because they're too short, and there's just like just like a bunch of the different little odds and ends, like stuff that just needs to be made more practical. I want to like make a luggage rack and like have a way of carrying. I want to figure out some kind of a removable luggage rack type setup and have a way of carrying extra fuel on there so I can do more like adventurous type stuff on my shovel head. Because right now I'm just like riding with a backpack all the time, and like my neck is so screwed up these days. Like it's just getting worse and worse all the time. It's like after an hour and a half with a backpack on my back on that bike, it's like I'm a freaking cripple. It's like the next day is basically a write-off. Like
I have a suggestion, Angel.
Yeah.
What I do when I ride with a backpack for like an hour and a half, 2 hours at a time, I just strap it to my handlebars on top of my headlight. Without bags or nothing. That way it don't mess
What
up
are
the
you
fender
riding?
or nothing. My Indian
I don't
Chief.
have a front fender, and I've got like
on the handlebars
on
top
top of your triple trees. On top of your triple trees.
Yeah, I got all my cables and all that up there. Like I don't know, I don't like jacking my cables around like that. And then like my springs on my Springer.
Do you have mountings for a sissy bar?
Pardon?
Do you have mountings for a sissy bar where you can mount it to your back rail, to your fender mount?
I've got where my fender struts would have mounted on that frame, but my fender is mounted to my swing arm. So my fender moves up and down with my swing arm. So I can't put anything on my fender, right? Like there's no structure there that can actually hold any weight on my fender, because my fender struts are just strong enough to hold my fender up. So I need to figure out
I'm laughing at Jerry. Sorry.
a luggage rack to put like on the fender strut mounts. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with those older Harley frames, the FX frames.
Yeah, I've got a 71 shovel head.
Yeah, so where the fender struts would mount on the back of the frame. Like I need to figure out a luggage rack. I want to figure out some kind of removable thingy that I can do on there. So I was just kind of looking at like the new docking hardware and whatever. I want to kind of figure something out like that so that I don't have to have some ugly luggage rack on there all the time. Not that we think it ugly, but
So it sounds like a full redesign, which will mean a whole bunch more YouTube videos, which will mean more views. That's a win-win situation.
I think I've got a couple of old racks in that garage.
Pardon me?
I think I've got a couple of old racks that might fit your application in the back garage. I'll take a look.
Oh, really? Yeah, I kind of was thinking of going, it'd be so easy if I had a lathe, but I don't have a lathe, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Don't mind me. I'm having fun with Jerry in the chat.
So, Red, if you have a place to mount on if you want to mount on your fender itself, I have some fender mounted luggage racks. They're like 8 by 6. Not sure how much you can hold on that.
If I wanted to do what now?
Like mount it directly to the fender?
No, I can't mount anything to my fender. I gotta mount it to like where the fender struts, where the fender would have originally mounted off my frame, on those frames or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. So if I had a hardtail, it'd be easy because I just put a sissy bar on and get a bar bag. But I don't have a hardtail, and I don't want a hardtail. Well, I don't want my shovel head to be a hardtail anymore. My shovel head's my shovel head, and it's not going to change at this point. But I do plan on building a hardtail chopper. Still.
Can you send me the distance between your mounting spots on your back strut? You know, like the distance between, you have the back strut. Yeah. Send me the distance between one hole to the next so that I kind of know what I'm shooting for measurement wise.
Okay.
Do you understand what I mean? Okay.
I think I know what you mean. Like from one side to the other, right? To the outside?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll send you a picture of mine and we can talk from there, okay?
Okay.
You know, the shovel head. Because I've got it in the back garage still.
Okay. I've never seen your shovel head.
I know where you're going with that, Buck, and stop it right now.
I am enjoying this. Us guys are sitting here listening to women talk mechanics on motorcycles. I'm in heaven.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
Well, I built the shovel head, and I've still got all the parts that
you
accumulated. When I got my shovel head, I brought it home in the back of an El Camino in 4 boxes, and the cases were split. So I've still got a lot of the bits and parts and pieces that people gave me back in the 90s that didn't work. So, there's a good chance that there'll be something there that'll work for you.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
So, do you ride your shovel head?
No.
No?
I've got 3 other bikes. No, it's a 71.
Oh, is it all stock or like is it like chopper or?
No. It's kind of like a chopper, but it's got like, I bought it and it's a self-assembled title. It's got the cone style motor. I put the bigger fat bobs on it, and it's got the flip up back fender. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's got some stock part.
Yeah. It's it just has a fresh rebuilt engine set into it. But realistically, I don't really feel like building any more bikes. So I've just
So it still needs to be built a little bit?
No, it just needs the final assembly on it. It needs to have the engine mounted to the frame. The handlebars need to go back on and run the electrics.
Really? So it's like pretty much done. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. But
Sounds like you need someone to come and help you finish your shovel head.
Well, you can if you want.
I'm coming too, just to watch. Roll with
But
T-Bone.
no,
I just
I
sent
mean-
you a link. Click on it. Jump in.
Yeah, this is all freaking awesome. And Dwight's just back taking it all in, just one sip at a time.
Hectic. Sometimes you gotta hang out. We saw. Listen, I'm not gonna spoil this for anybody, but we saw Beetlejuice last night, and if you love the first one, do not watch the second one.
Of course not.
Hope
That bad, huh?
Don't do it.
They can never remake the old movies. Like, I've yet to see them remake an old movie and do a good job of it. I think the only thing that they've really done that kind of with was the Star Wars after Disney bought it, and some of the new Star Wars they did like the first one they put out. I don't remember like the names. I don't watch like stuff or whatever, but a couple of the newer Star Wars that they put out after Disney bought it, or was it before Disney bought it? When Han Solo died. Han Solo
that was after Disney
died
bought it. I actually disagree.
Yeah.
I thought when Disney bought them and they started changing all the storylines and changing from the canon, that made it worse. What it depends on is if you like. I grew up in the 70s, so there was a established timeline. The books were already out, so I was one of those nerds.
I never read
4,
the
5,
books.
and 6 came out. I went back and read 1, 2, and 3. So I knew the original stories, the original books. They were actually books before they were a movie.
I don't know. I liked the Disney Star Wars though better than the stupid freaking ones with the ones that came out in the 90s. I liked them better than I liked the new Disney ones better than the like with freaking Jar Jar Binks and all that.
Those were stupid.
I can't stand those stories. Yeah,
the prequels were questionable. You're right. So I liked 7, 8, and 9 better than I did 4, 5, and 6, which was actually 1, 2, and 3. But either way.
Yeah.
I digress.
That. Why? I never fell into that universe, and I just like, I'm good. It's just weird. I'm like, why would you do 4, 5, 6, and then you're gonna do 1, 2, and 3, and then
he was like trying to be all mysterious or something like that.
No, the purpose of that was,
he explained it in a documentary.
So,
he done that on purpose.
Yeah.
That way he could expand the Star Wars universe story.
Well, it was actually
Good night, T-Bone.
1, 2, and 3 were actually so far advanced, and most of it happened in space, and they couldn't get the special effects at that time wouldn't support the things they were doing if they made the movie. So if
he
you
created
look,
his own
4, 5, and 6, which is actually the first 3, were very low special effects compared to what they would have had to have done for every shot to be in space. So 4, 5, and 6 were mostly on planets, and they didn't have to do a lot of weird special effects to make that. So, and the special effects they made were groundbreaking at the time. Nobody had ever seen that, but they just didn't have it. He didn't think to make what would be good at that time. Anyway, I
just want a cup of blue milk.
Actually, I know the recipe for that. I had it when I was a kid. You put raspberry Kool-Aid in milk, and that's how you make it.
Come on.
But anyway, so there was another that they remade that was actually as good or better than the originals, and that was the Star Trek remakes.
Oh, I never watched it.
And they did such a good job because they didn't try to remake the movie. What they did was played off of the last Star Trek movie where they went back in time and they started changing history. So they're like, okay, what if? What if a lot of the things that we knew happened really didn't happen? And I actually like that. So,
you know, the generational we have right now, we have like all of the like Star Wars was big, Star Trek was big, it's gone, like, you know, all
comes back.
all wild.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
All the
kind of weird.
it's like Riz, you know, you're gonna Riz your mom up. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Anyways, I'm like, do you know who Thor was? He did buy when he was like son-in-law. He's like charisma, and my son's so cringy, Dad. Like, where's
Embrace the cringe, especially if the kids don't like it.
oh, it's enormous.
I only caught the last half of that. But whatever you're drinking must be really good, though.
Huh?
I only caught the last half of that, the Riz, and then it faded out.
Oh, the kids. Do you remember Pauly Shore?
Yes.
Do you remember when he did Son-in-Law?
Yes.
You remember in there where he's talking to the dad? He's like, "You got the charisma," or the mom.
Yeah.
Where it
Go
started.
get some grinders smacking on the wheeze.
Yeah. I went down a horrible movie. We started watching like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and we're watching all this stuff, and then we got to like Mom and the Earth, but apparently crashed. But it had all these big. I don't know if you remember, but
No.
we watched that. So
I don't know any
I
of the
wonder who
shows.
was making that noise.
Buck, I think
I'm aggravating the hell out of Jerry right now.
you're aggravating the hell out of me with that crunching noise.
yeah.
I'm very ADD. I was
just
a
want
big
Reese's
Pauly
Pieces
Shore
now.
fan because you talk about being cringe, but he was his stuff was cringe, but it was still so good. He made being cringe popular. Made it cool, but Gma or Julie, welcome to the chat. Somebody else came in. Salty Badger came in. I was trying to get the T-Bones to come in, but I guess he had to go. The cat's bugging, you know.
We're gonna have to mute you.
All right. Look, I'm gonna mute you
can do that,
while you
buddy.
eat.
This is what happens when you try to quit smoking.
I'm gonna mute
You
you
get all
while
kind
you
of
eat.
crap
You're
to
just driving me
snack
nuts.
on.
We don't mind the snacking, it's the unwrapping.
Yeah, it's the unwrapping's driving me nuts.
Yeah, you gotta pre-bowl your snacks before you go live. So there's just chewing, no cracking.
Quiet.
Gotta
Hear the
snack
eyes
quiet.
rattling.
Yeah. It's a skill to
It's
that.
like when I'm riding my bike, I set up all my snacks to go in my windshield bag, you know? So I have a bag and I set it up and I open up my snacks. I stuff them all in one container, make sure there's nothing wrapped, so I can just stuff them in my mouth.
I knew I needed a
Well,
bar bag. I knew I needed a bar bag. Now I know why.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need a
That's why.
snack. I need one for my snacks and one for my
Exactly.
important stuff. I need like
Yep.
a
I have two. I use two. I have one on my windshield for my important shit, you know, and then I have one that hangs between the bars, and it holds my power pack for my phone or whatever, and it's also my snack bag and my sunglasses, so I can take them off and stuff them in there if I don't need them while I'm riding. Just saying.
Definitely always need places for more snacks.
Oh yeah. On the Dyna, I have one of those bags that sits on the tank, you know. And so it was kind of helpful for that too, but I don't really need that on the Road King because, well, it wouldn't work right logistics wise. But yeah,
I want some of those T-Sport repot bags.
some of what?
That they're called T-Sport repot bags. Like they've been remade by they're like $780.
Wow.
No thanks.
It's just bad.
Yeah, we're gonna need some sponsorship for that shit. Damn.
I need
I
sponsor.
wonder how many people would buy, like, if you started making little, like, you know, when you could go to Walmart or wherever and you could buy for bicycles, you could get, like, the little sets that came with, like, beads for the spokes and then the tassels for the handlebars, the little basket, the little soft thing so you didn't smash your teeth out on your handlebars doing a jump or whatever. I'm like, I wonder how many people nowadays, like, you look at the kinds of people who ride nowadays, like, I wonder how many people would actually buy those for their motorcycles if you started selling kits like that.
I thought Harley did
guy-
stuff.
One of the shops.
Those would be projectiles.
Right? One of the shops in town here, the guy there's the Harley dealership, and then there's the custom bike shop. Like they're right across the parking lot from each other. And so one of the guys that used to work at the custom shop, he rode a Sportster, and everyone was always making fun of him. That's a girl's bike, blah blah blah. And so he painted it pink, and then he went and got a freaking pink like girl's bicycle basket, put that on the front and the tassels and everything. He would just go around wheeling everywhere. It was pretty funny.
No, I mean, people tell me all the time my bikes look silly, and you know what? I don't care because they're set up perfectly for me, so I don't really give a rat's
That's
ass.
like my Dyna. I'm like, I don't even care about my Dyna. Like, I have my pretty bike. My shovelhead's my pretty bike. I care. I'll spend money to make it look better, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like, my Dyna's like, as long as it gets me from point A to point B, I don't care. I don't like it to be super dirty all the time or anything like that, but I don't care what it looks like other than that. I'm like, I don't care if it looks like some greasy old mountain man's riding this thing. Like, whatever. Like, it just seems to get me where I'm going.
Yeah, well, my Sportster is my pretty bike. It's really pretty. It's a 74 XLCH.
Oh,
but
nice.
I put fat bobs on it, and one of my kids did a custom metal flake blue paint job on it with like some barbed wire detail, and it's beautiful. And it's got a solo seat that my mom upholstered for me, so it's kind of special for me, you know, because she's long gone now, of course. But so that bike stays under a wrap, and I fire it up, and I run around the block once in a while, and eventually I'll take it to shows. But
do any of your kids ride, or are they into riding? Like, are you?
Yeah, my son rides, and his kids are learning how to ride now, and my daughter is trying to learn how to ride, but she has a lot of anxiety, so she's mostly a back seat passenger right now. So
do you want to like what's it called? I don't know. Do you want to like pass your bikes down onto your grandkids and stuff like that who are riding? Like, have any of them shown like interest in your older bikes and stuff?
Yeah, my Sportster, the 74, is my brother died in 82 and left me that bike. So, it'll always be in my family.
Yeah.
And the other ones will be in my family because I can't sell a motorcycle, apparently.
Yeah. How many you have? 5?
4. Yeah,
4.
Yeah.
Well, you got half as many as I do.
So the shovelhead.
It's not a competition.
You gave the shovelhead to your son.
My son-in-law is taking ownership of the shovelhead pretty soon. Yeah,
nice.
So I'm excited about that.
My kids fight over my.
Yeah. Yeah,
your
my
kids
grandson.
Are gonna fight over yours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I guess whoever takes better care of me.
Well, the funny part is I gave my shovelhead to my son a couple of times, but at that point in time, he wasn't interested in riding at the moment. He knew how to ride, but he wasn't at a space in his life, so he gave it back to me twice. And so before I asked my son-in-law if he was interested in it, I asked my son for the last time. And he's got a BMW and a Triumph. And so he's like, no, it's not quite his style of riding. So I was like, okay, last chance. But yeah, so I ain't mad.
What kind
I get to ride him until I'm done. Pardon?
What kind of BMW?
I don't know.
The kind you ride?
Yeah, thank you. It's not a car. It's not a car.
Maybe you should just send Rainey some pictures and he can tell you what kind of BMW it is.
Well, you got me interest now.
Yeah.
I'm actually, I used to would have said it don't matter because all the boxers are pretty much the same, but with a little bit of tweaking. But with the 4-cylinder inlines now and the bricks and the now they have the 6-cylinder and the opposed twins and the boxers. Every BMW is different now.
Chima, why'd you never send me pictures of your Sportster for my viewers' rides?
No, I didn't, but I will.
Yeah.
When you come visit her to help her fix.
Well, no, her son's got to fix it now. He's inheriting it. He's got to make it.
The funny part is,
he's got to make it his own. He's got to do some work to it. Yeah.
He's going to pay my shop to fix it. The shop that works on my bikes is just around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
If it's past my skill level, I just drop it off there. I walk home. They call me when it's done. But
Nice.
yeah, they're great guys at Easy Street. But
Welcome in, Christian
yeah.
Biker. Nice to see
Oh,
you.
hey. We haven't seen him for a long time.
I see him every once in a while. He ducked in, but yeah, he's been out for a while. Hope he's been okay.
But speaking of featuring bikes, it was a pleasure you sharing mine. That was a good job you done on everybody's in that series.
Okay.
On
My dad actually
video.
edits those ones. My dad edits the viewers' ride slides. Because like that would take me like a freaking year to get an episode out if I was gonna do that level of editing in Photoshop. Like I don't know. Like I'm so new to all this technology stuff. Like I like didn't even own a TV. I didn't own a computer. I didn't freaking own a TV. I didn't own anything like that. So I started doing YouTube. I still don't own a TV. That's my sister's TV behind me.
I have learned a lot since I've been making YouTube videos. There are questions that I've in the last 3 years. If somebody would have asked me 3 years ago, I would have said, I don't know. Google it.
I know.
And now it's like second nature.
Decibel settings.
Yep.
Decibel.
Well, I remember somebody was in one of my videos and they're like, you don't even have any volume coming out of your right side. And I was like, I don't. And I had to do this to figure it out.
Recording everything in
volume
mono.
on one side.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, how do you fix that? I had to Google it. And then I found this thing on YouTube where it's obviously YouTube University. But if you go to Adobe's thing, I can't remember what it's called, they have little how to fix everything. And then once I subscribed to the Adobe thing and the what was it, the other one? What their Media One thing, they tell you how to fix everything. And most of it revolves around Adobe Premiere Pro.
There's a converter in my editor. I have like a super cheap. Well, I should probably just pay for like an editor that you can like Premiere Rush or something like that, because I think it was just a one-time payment and then you own it. But I pay like $95 a year for the editor I use, and they have like an audio editor, comes with like a few different editors, photo editor and everything. So they have like the converter to just convert
what do
from
you
mono
use?
to stereo. I use Movavi Video Suite.
Okay.
Movavi.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's not bad. Like it's not. I have nothing really to compare it to. It's not bad, but I like cheap, so it's not too expensive.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah. I've just gotten so used to Premiere Pro, and I use it for other stuff too. That it's just like it's just easy. Once I learned how to use it, everybody's like, "You should go to DaVinci. You should go to this. You should go to that." It's like, no, I just spent 2 years learning this program. I'm not going to switch to something else now.
Someone told me DaVinci there's like a free version of it too. So I was thinking of actually finding like because Movavi I can only use on one computer. Whereas like if you get Photoshop or whatever, you can install that on 2 computers, and then when you pay for your Photoshop subscription, you can have it on 2 computers, and then you also get the Photoshop app for your phone plus a video editor for your phone too. The
Premiere Pro,
Rush.
You do that with, which is the Adobe suite. And
but I want to get
It costs a little more, but it's worth it because you can use it more on more devices.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I want to get a free. I want to find like a decent free editor for my laptop. So that I can like edit on the road too, because I don't want to pay for 2 editors to have something on my laptop and use it like 5 times a year or something like that, right? Yeah. Like, so I want to find like a good free one for my laptop.
Well, I got it it's not free, but I can use it on my iPad, I can use it on the computer, and I can use it on my phone. So Rush is just for your phone. If you try to use Rush on a computer, the graphics is a little weird because Rush is just for editing things to put it on a phone and look at it on a phone.
Right. So you can't use Rush on a laptop. That'd be nice.
You can, but the graphics aren't as good.
Oh, really? Does it like degrade the quality of the video?
Rush is just like it sounds like. It's a quickie editor, and so there's less things you can do for it or on it. And when you go to convert it, it converts it instead of converting to YouTube, it converts to mobile device.
Oh,
So
right.
Oh,
Yeah, I think
speaking
the
of all that,
Da Vinci, whatever the heck, is supposed to be not bad. For the free
believe it or
version.
not, what I use is just what's in on my phone, the iMovie editor. For what little bit of video I do.
that's what I use for my shorts. My shorts are all on, but the
Nobody wants to see your
I do.
shorts. Keep them to
Yeah, I
yourself.
use Rush for all my short videos.
Eat your candy. Go ahead, Angel.
I've been using UCut on my phone.
UCut.
I
Yeah,
want
it works pretty well once you figure out the little buttons and shit.
So quick off the page thing. Red and Gma. Do you guys like
Yeah.
licorice?
What kind
Yep.
of licorice? I was thinking about licorice yesterday. I was like, I wonder if there's a way to
Yep.
make these freaking rock hard Twizzlers soft again. Because it's like you open Twizzlers and 2 days later
Don't
they're
use
all too hard
Twizzlers.
to
I
eat.
use this. It's an
Microwave
Australian
them.
licorice
Ooh.
company that
Yes.
Oh yeah.
it's soft
Yeah.
I
licorice.
love
can't remember
Australian
what
licorice.
I can't remember what it's
Yeah.
called. Hold on a second. Not gonna get it.
Wallaby.
I just finished my strawberry
Oh my god,
Twizzlers.
stop talking about
what
I
was
don't
it?
have any candy in the house. You guys are all making it, so I'm gonna have to go do a special trip on my Dyna just to go get candy.
Have you ever heard an spice tastes just like licorice?
What kind of licorice?
Star anise tastes just
Oh
like
yeah. Yeah, it's really good.
and
What
somebody-
kind of?
It's
I've never tried.
Yeah, Wallaby. Those are
Yes.
so good.
I haven't been able to find
love
those here.
they're on Amazon.
Oh. Do they do like? Okay, I like the strawberry licorice from Australia. Those soft.
They
Oh
have-
man, you guys, I have to go to the store. I need licorice.
Be right back.
I
Gotta
need
leave.
candy. Yeah, you'll hear my Dyna fire up, and then I probably won't be back for a while. You'll be like, I also need a ride, apparently.
Yeah, I don't. We were on a live one night and we started talking about something, and one of the guys on the chat jumps on his motorcycle with his camera on his handlebars and takes off with his phone. And I was like, "Hold on, wasn't he just drinking?" I was like, "We need to end this chat. We cut him off."
Okay, everybody, AA meeting right now.
I was like,
Or
no,
you're right.
we need to cut his feed because he's gonna crash. He's drinking and driving a motorcycle. If he dies, we're gonna get demonetized. This isn't happening.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Be an adult, grow up.
Yeah, grow up and go off of your life before you start doing illegal things.
Yeah.
Don't do illegal things on
Yeah, I
somebody
don't
else's
drink.
live
I don't
stream.
drink
Yes.
and ride anyway.
Don't
Like,
implicate anyone
um,
else.
I used to,
Drinking-
but I don't anymore.
no. Like
Yeah.
if I'm on a ride or whatever and we all stop for lunch somewhere and I have a drink, then I'll go for a ride. But if I've had more than like a drink, and if I'm not eating and I've had more than a drink, I'm not getting on my bike. And it's
No.
like I won't get on my bike if it's been like I'm not gonna have a beer and then go hop on my bike or whatever. It's different if I'm like stopped somewhere for an hour or whatever, having something to eat and a drink,
Yeah.
right? Then it's
Yep.
like then you don't even notice that you've had anything to drink or whatever by the time you're leaving.
Yeah. Then you
But
just
yeah,
get one to
I'm not-
go.
Yeah, just get one for your cup holder. Mhm.
But you mentioned about the mustache earlier, and Zan's talking about it in the chat. In one of Shade Tree's videos, he mentioned something about a mustache challenge for the camp out. So
Oh,
Here I am.
man.
Oh. Okay, I'll
Cut me
stop
out.
laughing.
the company, the
Women
company
should
I'm
have a
leased
shave
to.
your legs challenge. That would be awesome. But only one leg. That way you have something to compare it to.
I'm all of you, look at me. I'm a woman with a mustache.
Oh, there you go.
I would vote
Anything
for
you can do,
I
I can
would-
do better.
G-Mom brought a mustache. I'm voting for it. I don't care because I understand.
I like blowing up the emoji button when no one else is paying attention to it.
Is that you?
Just makes it look like the freaking chat's popping off. You're like, man, there's only 15 people here. What's going on?
15 people here. 2 people
Party
have
in the
liked it,
chat.
and one of them is me.
Party in
Yeah.
the comments.
Yep.
Oh, this is actually kind of fun.
Okay.
Okay, I'm done.
Isn't it?
In your heart to raise you 100.
You don't got quick thumbs as this millennial though.
Yo. Okay.
I think I just did like 1,000 emojis in 1 minute.
Wow.
Will that make my
That's
analytics
a fly
better?
of fingers right there.
Pump that algorithm.
Yeah.
What, Dwight? I didn't hear you, Dwight. What's up?
I said Rainey's one video from live stream, 4 million likes.
4 million trumpeting
Yep.
horns. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Angel was 3 million of them.
Yeah. Speaking of which, everybody actually liked the video because those emojis I don't think really do anything for their
Oh yeah, hit the
algorithm.
like button. Everybody hit the
Just
like.
makes
So
the
I
chat
wanna
look like
say,
everyone's having a
2
good time.
people have hit the like button, and one of those was me. So there's 14 of you plus everybody in the chat.
There's
that's
13
slacking.
likes. There's 13 likes right now.
Okay,
I liked
perfect.
it. Yeah.
Thank you.
I was number 13.
Yeah, I'm seeing
Thanks
13.
everybody who liked the chat.
Okay. Mine was saying 2. I was like, that ain't right.
I'm not in.
You must have been,
So
G-Ma,
Oh,
you
yeah,
must have been the second one in.
I was.
That's
does it
probably
stop
why.
after that?
I don't know. I don't know if it does or not, but
Okay.
Oh man, my video
Sometimes-
quality is so
sometimes
bad on the YouTube.
it'll be updating.
I'm so
sometimes it
blurry
won't.
on there.
No, Jerry, I'm hiding that one.
Holy.
No, you look pretty good on it.
Do I? Because looking on my phone, I look like I'm streaming from the 90s.
This is why I have a This is why I have a delay on the chat. Jerry, no, bad Jerry. Block that.
Oh.
He's mad at me still.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Jerry, no, don't say that, Jerry.
He said something worse. I blocked it.
Okay, thank you. I didn't catch that, sorry.
Bad Jerry.
I didn't see anything.
That's because I
That's
blocked it.
because you have a moderator and a peer person here.
And
I know that's something
Sorry,
I
Julie.
forgot to do on my last few lives, that to set the settings so that only subscribers can comment. It's like, if you don't subscribe to my channel, you don't get to chat in the comments with everybody else who actually is here because they like what I'm doing or whatever. So I forgot to do that setting, and so that only my subscribers can comment. And then there's just like the weirdest freaking people that pop in on there. It's like, where did you even come from, man? Like, how come you're seeing my live right now? Like,
It's because you're cute.
Oh, I
Yeah.
get the weirdest comments sometimes and saying the
Yeah.
dumbest stuff. But
great private messages get really weird stuff that you just go delete. Hey, Carly, you want to respond and phone to my wife? She's like, what is? I'm like, I don't know.
yeah. There
But
are some
fun
weird
fact.
ones out there.
But fun fact, everybody, that, this past March when I got down there on midday Friday, halfway through, but the slow races had just, and then they started the keg races. I pull up and I stop and I get off the bike, and the first person I pop into is Angel. That's the first person I spoke to when I got down there in March.
Mm-hmm.
She was walking around, just enjoying it, and she
Just walking
was
around like I
like
didn't know anybody because I didn't.
like
I only knew Rainey.
like a kid in a candy store. I
a
mean,
weird
even though I am.
at the airport.
Different vibes in every single other one. So, like, folks that when you come, like, this one's going to be, to me, this one's really weird because I'm not cooking anything. Dom is taking over along with some guys from Almas are going to help out. And so, like, when I come over there, it's just everyone is different. And I think this last one was the best one for me.
Oh yeah.
Because
That's what a lot of people were saying.
it was 200. That was it. I had time to breathe.
And he caught And
I really hope I can make it next month, man.
and equipment
I
caught
just fucking
fire.
want to come and eat your guys' food.
That was
Eat some
nuts.
Yeah, but I'm not this time. It's Dom and the llamas. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's planned. I don't have
It's
time.
probably gonna be good anyway.
Well, I don't
That
have.
freaking
It'll be
seafood
great.
boil, guys. Like, I seriously, like, I still think about that seafood boil. It'll like forever hold a place in my heart. When they told me that they were doing that at first, they're like, "Yeah, we're just gonna boil up a bunch of shrimp and sausages and potatoes in a pot," and I was just like, "Hey, well, that doesn't sound that great." Like, I was like, everything's
So I
gonna
took
taste.
you out for
I don't
tacos.
like shrimp. I don't like shrimp or whatever, right? So I just was picturing everything tasting like shrimp. And then once he it's just like the best memory of my life. Like, just like in the dark and shade tree, just like dumping this vat of food onto this trough. And like, everybody come and get it! And like a massive bowl of butter. And everyone just like lined up, and it was just like so savage. Like a shovel and plates. And it was just so freaking delicious. Like, it was so good.
The corn on the stick was so. What's it called? The street corn was so good. To me,
I liked
That's
the
the
street
best.
corn, but I like that kind of stuff. Like, if to me that kind of thing's like kind of thing I can only eat one of, and then if I overdo it and have like a couple or a few of them, it's just too much now. Like,
What do you got
but
there?
look, I got stickers.
Serenity Kitty
Oh,
said he's
neat.
coming to this camp out. So sweet.
Yeah, I really hope I can make it. I'll just have to see.
I hope so too.
How
Got
hard
my
is it?
ticket spot today.
Pardon?
It's
Got my
okay.
ticket spot today.
Did
I
you?
got stickers too. I got stickers too.
Come back, Dwight. What was it? Dwight had a question.
Throw your card down. I got mine.
I was gonna like, how difficult is it to get here, like in and out of Canada from like a customs perspective? Like, is that just
It was
easy?
pretty easy getting out of Canada. It was easier getting out than it was getting back in. Like, getting back in, there was way more questions and just like, where have you been? Why are you in the States? What are you doing? Where do you come from? What are you wearing under those clothes? Like, just like, it was just like total interrogation. Like, and then you have to like,
I'm nothing. You want
pardon? Yeah, like going into the States though, I feel like there was nothing. I feel like they checked my passport when I was leaving here, and there was no, and then it just was like, I don't know, maybe a little more of a bag check before I left Canada. But yeah, it was pretty easy.
To be fair,
Because all you guys have guns, so they're not as worried.
Yeah, apparently it's not hard to get into America for some reason.
Yeah, they're not worried because all their citizens have guns. Yeah, they'll take care of it.
Good luck.
on the news, like, or on some kind of like feeds where if you see the Russian sub go by, don't shoot at the Floridian. And I said, legit, because I think about it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Midwest. Yeah, if the Midwest would have saw that weather balloon flying over, they'd have shot it down. It's like, weather balloon? Where? And they're all running outside.
One good red.
Oh, insane.
Could you imagine the news on that? Hillbilly with a 50 cal in the middle of nowhere shoots down Chinese weather balloon. Government couldn't do it. It'd be great.
It wouldn't have never
That
made
would
the
be-
news if a real hillbilly shot it down.
That's what I was gonna say. It probably would never actually make the news.
It would have been in somebody's garage being torn apart to see what was actually in there that they could use to build something with.
Is the news ever actually news these days? I feel like it's more like a talk show. I feel like most of the time when I'm actually like when I'm watching the news, what should actually be the news, it's just like, well, today this 70-year-old grandma saved 5 kittens and then baked some cookies for the whole neighborhood. Like, and it's just like that's the news for the day. Like,
So this is no kidding. During World War II, the Japanese had a sub off the West Coast, released a bunch of balloons with pyrotechnic bombs on them. They blew over somewhere in Montana. They fell. They caught this little bitty couple acres on fire, and they had put it out in like half a day. But it was
True. I heard about that.
It was insane. What's funny is this was all been sealed away for years, but as many times as the Germans and the Japanese tried to invade America, and it got shut down, and they just hid it. They never told anybody. That down, I want to say it was in New York or maybe New Jersey. A bunch of Germans washed ashore in a boat, and some dude was on the beach, and it's like, hey, where are you guys from? He goes, oh, we're here to see blah blah blah. And that's where the old joke, who's president of the United States, blah blah. Well, the dude immediately knew they weren't really American fishermen. Ran up, some Navy guy or a Coast Guard kid patrolling the pier. He went up and said, hey, there's a bunch of Germans on the pier, and they ran out and arrested them. But that stuff was happening all the time. Like they sunk a German U-boat off of like either New Jersey or Maine somewhere. Then they sunk a Japanese one off the coast of California. That stuff was happening. Mm-hmm. Nobody ever knew about it.
Yeah, they don't tell you about the real news.
I love it, and my kids love it. And we talk about all of this type of stuff, and I love all this type of stuff up. So when they start to talk about school, and they just know it. Like I look at like what the subject is for the week, and then I'll go like on a deep dive, tell them everything about it, and then they'll come up with the most inconvenient facts that they don't want to talk about in school.
That's actually a good idea because that was one of those conspiracy theorists in junior high. I was always asking those questions, and they're like, I don't know. But the book says.
Do you know?
And then they put you in the special children's class because they're tired of all your questions.
Oh, I was the special kid. No, I was a smart kid, so when I said stuff like that, people look at me like, oh, well, Mike said so and so, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Mike, the school books that you grew up with, and I think I grew up with, were all written by Woodrow Wilson.
Probably.
Woodrow Wilson, folks, but Woodrow Wilson wasn't a good dude. So,
classic.
That it's amazing. It really truly is amazing what our modern history books were written at for quite some time because of Woodrow Wilson and when he was at Princeton. Amazing. Blow your mind.
Yeah.
Well, back in the 40s, the United States Air Force lost a nuclear bomb off the coast of Georgia that's never been recovered.
They lost more than that, buddy.
What?
The U.S. Air Force in the 40s.
Yep.
Well, not the Air Force, but the military.
The Army Air Force.
Yeah.
So there's just a nuclear bomb sitting in the ocean somewhere that's just waiting to go off?
Within 10 miles off the coast of, between, was it Brunswick and Jekyll Island down there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, for years. So when all the ships were coming back after World War II, there were so many munitions on them, and the unused munitions, they're like, don't bring those back, dump them off. So they were dumping them like 100 miles off the East Coast and the Pacific Coast.
Maybe it's gone off before. Maybe
they've been washing up. They've been washing up on the shore for the last 50 years. There was one guy who he ordered a load of clamshell to be put into his driveway. And when they started dumping it out, there was all these black metal things with oil leaking out of them, and they thought it was some kind of piece of old oil, well digging pipe that got drug up. It was old 20-pound bombs that the explosives were leaking out of the shells, and they dumped this in his driveway.
Oh my God!
Crazy.
They said that stuff happens all the time. They're dredging this stuff up. They're dredging all these clamshell beds, where all the dead clams are, and they hear little explosions go off underwater, 100 feet down.
What? And then they blame all the environment stuff on us.
On Canada. Yeah, it's Canada's fault.
I know.
Blame Canada.
They do.
Blame Canada.
Man, we've got a freaking carbon tax that's going up every freaking year. It's like, I didn't know that if the more you tax us, I didn't know that you could change the weather by taxing your citizens.
This is another...
because I've looked that up and I've heard about this carbon tax that they put on your food. So chicken breast here in the States that would be like half the price US to, let's just call the conversion rate whatever it is, but it's half the price in the US than it is over there. And then apparently something about like lending rates for mortgages have changed a whole lot.
They're freaking putting them up. It's like the Bank of Canada's raised the interest rate, like I think like 20% or something. Like I think they just raised it like another 20%.
So in America, it's fixed. Like I buy a loan, and it's this much, right?
Yeah,
so,
but they've raised it to the point, like my sister and her husband bought their house when they got married, like I don't know, 13 years ago or something like that now, and they've like the amount that they've paid in their interest because of how much they've raised like the interest rates or whatever is the amount that they would have had to have paid if the interest rate would have stayed the same. Like the amount of extra that they've paid in just in their interest or whatever on their mortgage. Like I think it's basically like ended up doubling their mortgage, what their mortgage originally would have been.
So their mortgage, hold on now. I bought a house at 5%. Sorry guys, everybody on the chat's like, this is boring. If you're not this is boring to you.
I think I know where you're going with this. That's why I said that.
Well, no, I bought 5 or 3.5%, whatever, low compared to what it is now. Are you trying to tell me that if I bought a house at 5% or 3.5% in Canada, that the lenders can just magically raise the interest?
It's the Bank of Canada, so it's just like this all. I'm not like I've never bought property or anything like that, right? And I don't really pay attention to all that stuff, so I'm just going off of what I just saw a headline about the Bank of Canada raising interest rates again recently. But then I was talking to my sister, and they've like the Bank of Canada's raised the interest rates so much since they originally bought their house that it's like I think it's like almost like doubled their like they could have had their mortgage paid off by now if the interest rates would have stayed the same as what they were when they bought. Or like, right? So they're just always taxing us more. It's like it's so ridiculous. Like they're always like that's what every time the liberals get in here, and I don't mean to be like political, but it's serious. Anytime the liberals get in here, our taxes just go through the freaking roof. And it's everything. Like they just will tax the heck out of everything we do. It's like my motorcycle insurance. I pay my motorcycle insurance is like $140 a month for one bike.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
How do you?
And it's like
so
that's every 6 months for me.
Yeah, and it's different province to province when it comes to vehicle insurance in Canada, but it's not cheap. Like the place where it's probably the cheapest is Alberta, but then it's not even that much more cheaper. Like they just kind of have like they have private insurers there, so they can kind of be competitive. But in BC, the BC government runs all of our automotive insurance, so it's like it's all like there's no way to get cheaper vehicle insurance here. It's like if I want one of my bikes on there, it's like if I wanted to have both my bikes on the road, I'd be paying $300 and whatever a month for insurance for just my motorcycles.
That's a legitimate communist country. That is the absolute opposite of a fair market value country.
It is. And then like there's just so many laws that they've had. Okay, well like we're not allowed to have guns anymore. So now there's a gun freeze for handguns. So we're not allowed to buy or sell handguns. You can grandfather them.
You know how you get around that? You know how you get around that? Don't register them to begin with.
That's not how it works.
I just depends on who you're talking to, but it's but it's still just like that's what I mean. That's why I don't know. Canada's just I love the fact that like my country's just so beautiful and whatever, but like it's really nice here, and it's just like it's not a bad country to be in, like for the people and stuff like that, I guess, and just the landscape. But it's like, frick, man, this last few years with government has just like totally ruined.
Yeah, I already got it.
A big part of our country.
I already got it figured out. They come asking me where mine are at. I'm gonna tell them I went boating with Josh, and we had an unregistered accident.
Hey, Gma, I think your volume is turned up on something.
Oh shit, my bad. Yep. Okay, is that better?
That's good. So listen, Red, I have a spare bedroom here. You can have shrimp every day.
I don't like
We'll
shrimp.
go riding every day. We'll
I'll
have
come and eat
what?
her shrimp.
I liked
What?
all the other stuff in
We'll
the
have
boil.
barbecue.
I liked all the other stuff in the boil.
Oh, there's lots of corn here.
So you live in Mississippi, right?
I live in Mississippi, right south of Memphis, Tennessee. So it's I promise you
Roads
it's
are
hot
shit.
though, but lots of
Roads are
rides.
shit.
You literally can ride every
Roads are
day.
shit.
The
Roads
Come
are
to
shit.
Wellington,
Oh, the roads are awesome.
The roads are shit here too.
Yeah.
They need a lot of road work done.
I'd like to go to
But there's
Texas
a lot
of
sometime.
Memphis has trashy roads, but
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wish that our laws about some of that stuff wasn't so dumb.
your Harley parts would be cheaper too. There's many more Harley parts here than there are in Canada.
Probably. They
Yep.
probably wouldn't take as long for me to get them either.
I live right between two Harley dealerships. There's one 7 miles away in one direction. And
The
one-
Harley dealership, I don't know what the Harley dealerships are like where you guys, well, it's probably all the same, but a Harley dealership, like, they don't freaking stock anything for older bikes. Anything older than 8 years.
Come
It's
visit
like,
and you'll
oh, it's
find
going to
out.
be 3 weeks. Yeah.
Yep.
Come visit. Come
It's
visit
like
me.
how-
Come on. Take a ride. Let's go.
And they won't ship parts either. They won't ship parts to you. Like if
Yeah.
you find something that's in a different area, like if I found something in Rainey's area, I would have to have him buy it because if I bought it from a dealership in a different state, they won't ship it to me here.
Really?
That's why there's eBay.
Yep. It's
Hmm.
called dealer courtesy, apparently. Yeah.
But
Hmm.
I'll give y'all an update about me. I'm moving. Finally got the repair work done in my house, and I'm finally able to move back into the house. For those that didn't know, I've been haven't been able to use my house in the last 3 years, fighting with the insurance company from water damage and stuff. So I'll have, by the end of the week, I'll have 2 spare bedrooms wide open in a 3-bedroom house. I've been spending time when I do go home in the little travel trailer or this truck. So it's been a work in progress. So I'm looking forward to it. I spent Labor Day weekend building a back porch.
I saw that. That's what happens when you get bored?
No, the contractor that was doing the repair work on the house was supposed to have the back porch done by this past Saturday. Well, my mom was supposed to have been coming down today, but she came down last Saturday. So I got home Friday, went and got all the lumber. I'm like, I'll get this porch done this weekend. 2.5 days, a 10 by 16. Got it done.
Wow.
And I'm sore, and I'm glad I'm back at work because now I can rest and recover.
Yeah. I'm
Hold the
probably
steering
gonna go
wheel.
hop on my diner right away here and go buy some candy and milk.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's like now I need some Reese cups and milk.
Welcome into the chat, 9 mils and 7 Sentinel. 7, jump
I'm
in.
probably just gonna go spend money on a bunch of candy that I'll get home and be like, why the hell did I buy all this candy?
7, jump in the chat. I just sent you a link.
Please. Hi, Sid.
Oh, since I
Miss
seen
you.
I'll get to quiz you in a while. Go ahead, Dwight. Sorry.
No, I said it's been a while.
Lay down.
Yeah, it's been a crazy summer. It's been what's funny is we used to do this every Friday night. We'd get together and chat, and then when after Forgotten Angels, everybody was putting on their own videos, and they really didn't have time to do a lot of other people's videos. And then next thing you know, we're just not doing it at all. So I wanted to get back into this. Whoops. What did I just do?
You're still here.
Yeah.
I think I'm probably gonna head out soon. Here.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I keep forgetting to look at the actual live chat.
I do too. I'm a bad YouTuber.
Let's see.
Well, Gma is my moderator
I'm
now.
good
so
with my own chats.
I'm not watching.
I know. I felt
But
bad.
having
so I
it on
came
a
back.
separate screen, I just always forget.
Moto Noggin was saying earlier, hey, you need to marry an American, Angel.
I need to marry an
Then
American.
Then you'll have dual
Well, if you know of
citizenship.
any young Christian men in their 30s-ish who like to fix motorcycles, then let me know.
There's lots of churches around the South, so
Let me just say that I think it would be better if you didn't really like to fix motorcycles, because then you wouldn't have the argument about who knows how to best do what.
No, I want the help. I want the help. I'm not freaking fixing motorcycles while you sit there and do something else. Like,
Lila, is that the voice of
I'm not
experience?
fixing all these bikes on my
Yes,
own.
it is. That is absolutely the voice of experience. I used to, oh, it was kind of funny. I dated this one guy for a quick minute, and he drank a lot. So I had the timing cover of my Sportster open, right? I was trying to reshim my timing gears. And so I had marked all of them with a Sharpie. So he comes over and starts picking them up, and randomly, I don't know if you know anything about timing on a Sportster, but there's like these different splines, and then there's these gears, and they have to go where
You've
they
got
go.
like, because you got the 4 cams or whatever, right? So
Yeah,
you got to have like
exactly.
all these gears kind of
and
lined
they got
up.
to be
Yeah.
right in the right sequence and the right layer. So I had them all numbered and sequenced and everything when he showed up, because I knew he was going to do it. Comes in, first thing he does, picks one up, moves it over here, picks that one up, moves it over there, moves another one there, moves another one there. I was like, and then he stands back and he goes, okay, now fix this, ha ha ha. And I said, okay, F you, bop, 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 done. Yep.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'd like to have someone that I can do that kind of stuff with.
Yeah.
I know, I was talking to this girl like a while back or whatever, and I was just this girl from church, and we were just kind of like talking about like, yeah, there's no freaking actual like men in this town, maybe this whole country, I don't know. I think in the next province over there's more actual men, but I was just like, it'd be nice to meet someone who's like into motorcycles, who can work on bikes with me. And she's like, he doesn't have to be into what you're doing. Maybe he can just like sit and read a book while you work on bikes. I was just like, F that. Like,
no, make him hold the oil pan. Get over here.
Marrying some nerd sitting on a chair in the corner reading books while I work on bikes. It's like, do you want to knit me a sweater too while you're at it? Like,
That's hilarious. My sister, she's been sending me pictures of she's been sending me pictures of her supervising her husband build the new garage to put all their toys in.
Yeah.
He was nice enough to provide her a little portable fan to keep her from getting too hot.
No, I like to do the work. I won't sit there and watch anybody else do the work or anything, but
I prefer to do the work myself. But he did do me a really good service, though, because when I inherited my Sportster, it was a kickstart only, and he was the guy that always told me, you know what, if you don't want to try hard enough, don't bother. And he pissed me off so bad that I learned how to do wiring, and I learned how to do enough welding to be a problem. And I went out and I found the parts. So he really spurred me on to do the things that
gave
were
you a
hard.
kick in the butt a little bit because he was a jerk.
Yep. It was a matter of
unintentionally gave you a kick in the butt.
If you're not going to show up on the bike, don't come to the tavern, because don't show up in the car and think you're going to drink with the boys. So I'd be like, okay. And I would stay home and I'd try till I got the bike running and show up on the bike. Yeah. The rest is history, as they say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like working on my stuff. I like working on my bikes. I like learning. Like, I actually like learning that stuff. Like, it's fun to learn, and it's exciting to like.
It is.
To like learn new stuff on like on the bikes and stuff. And I'm gonna be learning to weld soon here. Now that it's like, now that the temperature is gonna be dropping enough, we can work with the garage door open.
Yeah.
I'll be learning how to weld soon, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. Wiring was a pain in the ass, though.
My dad is so like meticulous about the wiring that he does. It's like he'll just take everything off the bike and just like do a whole new wiring harness if he's building a bike.
That's what I did with the Sportster. Yeah. Yeah.
This is just easier than trying to figure out like a big spaghetti factory of wiring that like who knows how many other people have spliced in or cut this or freaking, you know, eliminated that or whatever, right? Like,
yeah. Yep. I used to carry a wiring diagram around in my purse for my Sportster.
Oh yeah, that's so cute. Oh man. I don't carry a purse though, so.
Well, actually it was a wallet. But we'd be out running around and this guy that was my mechanic would be like, somebody was always asking him Sportster shit because he was the Sportster guy. And so people would come up and ask him stuff and he'd look at me and he'd go, ask her if you want to know because she knows. And 9 times out of 10, they wouldn't want to ask the chick. But usually they'd eventually come over and talk to me or ask me and I'd go fix it. And Steve would be like, yeah, okay.
So we need to figure out the halfway point between you and I, Gma, and meet up there.
Yeah.
I feel like a Soyuz is probably the halfway point.
Where,
somewhere
name
around
it again?
A Soyuz.
Say again. A Soyuz.
OSOYOOS.
Okay.
Soyuz. I think I spelled that right.
Yeah. Okay.
Soyuz. Yes.
Okay.
I feel like that's probably because you're like 3 hours from the border.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Soyuz is about 3 hours from me or whatever, maybe a little less.
Have you heard of Cheesaw?
Maybe it's just like 2 hours.
Cheesaw. It's just over the border in Washington. It's just above Omak, and it's straight south from you.
Cheese
I looked
sauce?
at it. Yeah.
Cheese sauce.
CHECHESAW. Cheese sauce sounds pretty good. Cheesaw, Washington.
Now I'm hungry.
Cheese sauce.
Yeah.
Freaking sounds like cheese sauce.
I know, right?
I like cheese sauce.
It's like about an hour and a half from you. So
it's about an hour and a half from me?
Yeah, but it's on my side of the border because I might have a problem getting across the border.
Oh, you freaking little rebel. Yeah, I could come over the border. I don't have any criminal records or anything like that, so pretty easy for me.
Skeletons in the closet, eh?
I mean, I'm just saying.
I keep mine in a box.
But if I get stopped at the border, I just want to give you a heads up. You might have to meet me there.
Okay, I can just come over to your side. I was just, as long as there's somewhere to get ice cream and cheese sauce, then we're good.
Oh, yeah.
Ice cream and waffle cones.
Yeah, and Reese cups.
Yes.
Yeah.
Boy.
It's like the only time I eat ice cream is in summertime in a waffle cone.
I'm hungry for so many different things now. I'm hungry for corn on the cob and cheese sauce.
Here you go, Angel. A whole pack that ain't been open. This one ain't been open yet.
Yeah, I want to get
Noggin says nacho time. Yeah, now I want nachos. Where do we go? What time is it? Okay.
Yeah, nachos. Yeah. Oh shoot! I wish we were all close enough to go get nachos together.
Yeah, I need to move. I need to retire, and then it won't matter how far people are away from me.
Yeah, Cheesaw.
Yeah, then you'll be like
town, 200 people.
Oh really? Okay.
Yep, looking at
they
it
probably
right
have
now.
good food there then.
I bet they have a little diner.
They have a tavern.
Do. Oh yeah. Anywhere I can get a margarita.
I just had a margarita.
I am good. Mm-hmm.
I had a margarita and an al pastor platter.
Mm.
Oh, it's
I like a good margarita.
Too.
El Pastor.
Al pastor.
You know how they make
Rainy. If I come in October, we
Dwight chime in when you go to talking about food.
Oh, wow.
Go ahead, Dwight. Tell us about tacos al pastor.
I'm not even gonna bring it up. Never mind.
They put a lot of pineapple in it though, but it was still good.
They stack it. They take pork and they cut it kind of thin, and then they stack it. I actually have a rotisserie for my grill, but they stack
pineapple pork.
Stack it and put fruit and just all the way marinate it.
That sounds so good.
It was really
Why
good.
do we always start talking about food on this chat?
Because we're Americans.
I know.
We eat a lot.
I know. Now I'm going to have to go to the store too. Thanks.
I always say my inner self is a 300-pound lady.
I used to be a 300-pound lady.
I wish I was. I don't actually wish I was a 300-pound lady, but I wish I could eat like one and not become 300 pounds.
You just
Yeah.
gotta stay active.
Yeah.
Well, when I worked at Western State, I ate myself up to 300 pounds after I got injured on the job a couple times. It was hell to get rid of. Yeah.
I bet.
So I do
Yeah.
this thing called the motorcycle diet, where you go on a really long trip and you stop every 100 miles and get a tea and a
Corn dog.
taquito.
Tea and a taquito. That's such a weird
dog.
combination. Do
Yeah.
you dip the taquito in your tea?
I dip it in cheese sauce. No. So they have these things at
They're
Lowe's.
called tornadoes.
Yeah, they call them tornadoes and they call them twisters. But if you go to Flying J, they call them one thing. The Love's calls them tornadoes. But
They're all roller grill.
the roller
Honors.
girls, I love them. Love them. So good. They have hamburger. They have cheeseburger ones. They have chicken nacho ones. They're so good.
Sounds good.
Highly recommended. But
buffalo
not as good as
chicken.
going to a Buc-ee's.
You know what? I want to go to Chick-fil-A next time I come there. I don't know why I never got anyone to take me there when we were there.
That's the
But I
Lord's
feel like everyone was just like, Chick-fil-A.
No, I love Chick-fil-A.
Go on it.
It's the
Like,
best
They'll
chicken
but
take-
nugget.
everyone
take-
was like, it sounds so good.
They'll
It
take you to Chick-fil-A on a
Oh
Sunday.
man, I need Chick-fil-A.
We'll take you, but yeah, like it's got to be on a Friday or a Saturday because they're not
Why?
open on Sunday. It's
Oh,
a
really?
Christian ran
Oh, right,
business and they
well,
close on
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
It's the Lord's.
Yeah.
It's the Lord's Chick.
I want
So
freaking Chick-fil-A's.
first time I went to a Chick-fil-A was in Orlando, and I was like, oh my God, this is so great. We're coming back tomorrow. And we came back the next day and they were closed. I'm like, oh my God, they're already out of business. This sucks. That's about
Man,
right.
I
I find
really
a place
need to
I
go
like
to
and they close it.
Chick-fil-A's. I don't know why nobody even thought to bring this lonesome little Canadian girl to the Chick-fil-A, to the most famous
Aw.
American restaurant of
Hold
all.
on, hold on. Let me rub this in your face a
No.
second. I said,
No.
okay, Angel.
That's all
I
I,
said-
ever hear up here in Canada is about the Chick-fil-A's.
Oh no, I
Really?
told you. I said
I
I'll
don't know,
show you
everyone talks
around.
about
We'll
it.
go to these places. I'll take you to
They're
these
not
places,
that
and
good.
you said no.
Really?
I want to do my own thing. I'm gonna go to my own places. I don't need a guide.
I didn't
And I
say
said,
that.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you're mixing me up with somebody
No,
else.
I'm not.
I'm pretty sure I was just jet lagged for like the first 2 days, and I was just like, I want
No, this-
everybody to leave me alone.
No, this is before you came down. I said, well, I'll take you. I said we'll go to Burt's. We'll go to Vasana Vine. We'll go to I can't remember what the other place was. A Coppertail. And you said, no. I just wanted to. You weren't rude when you said it. You said, no, I just want to look around and find things on my own and just kind of discover things on my own.
I think
said,
I just wanted to hang out at the campsite
Yeah.
for the most part because I wanted to mingle around with people. I was like, I don't want to be here and then leave not feeling like I haven't met anybody or
Yeah.
got to know anyone because I was gone, like doing other stuff the whole time with
I'm
Rainy
just
Rider
yanking your chain.
freaking hogging me like the
Say, get away from her. She's my Canadian. Go away.
yeah.
Geez, I feel pretty privileged then because we hung out a lot when I was down there.
It was a good time.
It was fun.
Did you say Burns?
Burns?
So
Burns Steakhouse? Say that, Mike?
No.
Oh.
Stein and Vine, Coppertail, Ride Factory.
What's that place where we went and had sandwiches by Ride Factory? What was that? Copper something?
Coppertail.
Coppertail,
Coppertail.
yeah. We went to that. That was
next time
Okay.
next time I come, I'll go for longer. Well, you're only there for a short time though, because you live far away. Yeah.
I'm
Next
3.5
time I go,
hours.
We'll hang
then
out.
next time I go, we'll plan a whole day to just go and check out everything.
Well, every time I go, I make this long list of places that I want to go. And
Stop
things I
making
wanna
such
do,
a long list.
And I
Make
do
a
like a quarter of
realistic
them.
list.
Well, because I end up getting up, and as soon as you get up, every time there's going to be the scrambled egg, because that's just going to happen. The breakfast,
Yeah.
that's going to happen. But I wanted to go to Riverside, or what's it called? Riverfront.
You're talking about
What's that great big really cool bridge that Colleen and I rode to? It was beautiful. Sky Bridge or something like that.
Well, there's two. There's
Someone
the
told me
Gandy,
about the Sky
there's
Bridge. They
Gandy
were
and the
telling me.
Skyway
Oh my
Bridge.
God, you have got to go there. It is so cool.
One thing that
It's
I was
almost
just so annoyed about
being in Key
there
West.
was the traffic. I was like, man, you got to plan like half a day to go anywhere because there's like
Yeah.
half a day's worth of driving through traffic.
You have to
I was
leave.
just like, it's so irritating.
So you have to leave early. So whenever
Look at this. She's got that annoyed look going.
I was like, I'm just thinking about the traffic that day. The last day I was there, it's like half the freaking day was spent stuck in traffic. You know, it's just like, what a waste of my last day. Just
But
in freaking traffic the whole time.
depends
I'm
on
with
I
Miss.
just went up. I just
Go
went
ahead,
up.
Dwight.
Times
Hold
after
on,
9
everybody.
o'clock,
Hold on.
I know.
Hold time. Go ahead, Dwight.
so it depends on the time that you leave. So like I know this traffic. I live 10 minutes from Forgotten Angels. So it depends on the time that you leave. If you want to get up and go somewhere, you go early before people are idiots. You heard me right. Before all the idiots get up and start going. So if you want, like when you go to Scrambled Egg in the morning and you leave at 7:30, it's a nice ride over there, right? But it hits 9, 10, 11, horrific. Traffic's horrible. So if you want to go somewhere, go early, don't go late. And so if you go early, you don't miss stuff at the camp out. Because if you get up, I know you're drinking, right? But 6 a.m. you get up, you roll out.
Drinking? Jesus.
You don't have to worry about it.
Well, I can tell you this on the way back from the airport. So going to the airport to pick up Diana when me and Gma went, it was like 4 or 5. Traffic was horrible. Getting Red at 1 o'clock in the morning, there was no traffic. We literally were doing 80, 90 miles an hour on the way back from the airport.
Yeah.
The whole way.
It was so nice.
Not a single car on the road. It was great.
It seemed like riding after 9 o'clock there was just like ghost town. Right, and it's so weird to see such a huge city be that dead. Like to have like just no just like total like everything's closed at like 10.
It was like
I was
something
like, man,
out
I
of
feel like
Fallout.
I'm in tiny little Penticton. Like I feel like I'm in my little hometown. Everything's closed at 10. It's like, aren't there like a million people living here or something like that? Like I don't know. Like it just didn't make sense. But yeah, it was nice riding like my last night there. Or my last night at the campground or whatever. Then I rode home late that night. It was like 10 at night or something like that, and there was no traffic. It was like, this is perfect. It was warm because it's Florida. It's like not even cold.
And
it's such a big city, like the streets are all lit up.
Yeah.
Hey, 7th Sentinel, are you getting my text? I texted you the link to get in. It says it's not delivered. I think I may not have her.
I'm gonna get going though here, because
I'm gonna have to too.
Yeah,
but
that's 2 hours on the chat. We've actually done a really nice
like
chat.
bedtime.
Let's do final thoughts.
I will send you some more information. I've got your contact stuff, so I will text you.
Before you jump out, everybody, final thoughts. Don't leave yet. Gma, final thoughts.
Final thoughts. I want seafood boil.
And Josh said he was going to make some.
Yeah, that's my final thought.
Yeah.
And was it Red?
Seafood boil.
You want more food? Is that what you want?
Yes, that's my final thought.
I'll give you everything you want.
Hold the seafood. Yeah, that's pretty much it from me.
Okay, I will take you on a tour this time. We will go to Dwight. What was it called? Is it called Riverside?
I know what you're talking about.
Where they have the oysters and sea and.
Tide says the best, but it's.
Somebody said they had grouper tacos and of course the oysters. Why can't I remember?
Oysters this time of year down here though, so just know that like the water's too hot.
I'll be happy with a grouper taco. I love grouper tacos.
Oysters from Florida right now. It's too hot. They'll die.
Good to know.
Good to know.
I don't eat oysters. So.
All right, but I'll take you out somewhere cool. We'll go to cool places. All right, Gma.
Okay.
Final thoughts.
Final thoughts for me is I wish everybody a happy week, safety, and looking forward to seeing everybody in October.
Buck.
Hi. My final thoughts would be, for one, this community, the way it's growing, and everybody coming together from all different walks of life, sharing a shared passion for motorcycles, helping forgotten angels, and that being the common goal, the common bond between us all is community. And I couldn't be more thankful to have this community, and a lot of you already know the backstory. So I just wish that maybe tomorrow can be a better day than today, because today was a better day than yesterday, and maybe we can just pass it on to the next person we meet out on the road.
Mm-hmm.
And can't wait for October. I got a lot of stuff to get done. Well, we all got a lot of stuff to get done, but this camp out will mean really the most to me than the last two. So looking forward to it.
What are the dates for the October one?
The 24th through the 27th.
Yeah,
October 24th through the 27th.
Did you take it?
I'll be there the 23rd.
And Dwight, final thoughts. You will be there for this one, right?
I'll be there. I'll probably be there maybe one night. I can get away and party with everybody. That'll be different maybe for the day. I don't know. I guess final thoughts are what I always ask for. Pray for my wife and her brain cancer. We're going through a really hard time right now. And if you don't pray, then just, I don't know, keep her in your thoughts. It's fine with me. You know,
We'll
I'm
pray
not
for her.
buddy. So her name's Carla.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate it.
We sure will. And me, so I'm actually doing a warm-up run to Tampa was in 2 weeks. Yep, in 2 weeks. I'm going down to Tampa for another observation, but I'm going to actually be meeting up with a couple of people down there. Dwight, if you're close, I'll message you. We'll do something. And we'll try to get a group together, just do something quick, because I'm going down for a function, but I am going to try to see people while I'm down there. So we'll get together with Jack and Colleen, and we'll try to do something. My final thought for this, though, man, these campouts get better and better every year. For a good cause, we get better at doing it every year. So I hope I can see you all there. And until next time, this is it. We've had a great meetup tonight. And anybody in the chat wants to get on one of the lives, send me a message. I'll get you on the next one. It should be about 2 weeks. So until then, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and I will see all you guys in the next chat. Peace out.
Okay, bye.
Bye.